What's up, people? Billy Fitz 15, and I'm working on trying to change the oil. Billy Fitz 15. Like I said, I'm Billy Fitz 15, and on today's episode, we're going to be changing the oil on a 2018 Porsche 911 Carrera. That's it, just 911. And this is what we got to do first. First things, we're going to put this fin into run thing so we have a little bit more access down here. And then we're going to pull all these pieces off. We're going to take the fans off. We're going to open up the oil cap and give it some room to breathe when we go to put the new oil in it. Then we're going to jack the car up. You see it's on the stand, and then we're going to empty all of the oil out of it. And as you guys can see, I have all of the parts here to do everything I need for a full tune-up. I'm not doing a full tune-up today because we're getting ready to go on a trip. Look what happened to my glasses. Oh well, throw them in the trash now. Anyway, let me find the trash. Okay. There we go, trash. So, we're gonna get this done, but we're gonna do the oil change first. But we're also gonna change the cabin filters, which is this one here. These are the part numbers, right directly from Porsche. This is the one that goes in the engine compartment. I'm sorry, in the frunk. I think, yeah, that's where it goes. Well, maybe not, I don't know. This one goes in the engine, underneath the, not the engine, the interior underneath the glove compartment. This is the oil filter. This is a new plug that they gave me. I don't know why they gave it to me. Well, I mean, they didn't give it to me, they charged me for it. And then the plugs, oh my God, the plugs. Did you guys know that the plugs from Porsche are $22 each? I think that these plugs on eBay are probably $10 or $11. Yeah, it's kind of insane how much they charge, but that's just how they do it. Oh, and then the oil. The oil is $11 a quart or $12 a quart from Porsche. So I just went on Amazon and I ordered these two. They came in 2 days. It is a OW40 European car formula, so and it protects for 10,000 miles. That's all I care about. I'll do it again in 10,000 miles. This isn't the hardest thing in the world. So let's get started doing this oil change. This is probably where we cue in the music. All right. Hey, wait a minute. If this is the kind of stuff you like, share us with your friends. Hey, tell them, Billy Fitz 15. If it's broke, fix it, because he's always fixing something that's probably not broken. Well, that's not true. I try to fix things that are broken. Yeah, come to think of it, isn't that what my slogan is? Anyway, let's get to changing this oil. It's not that bad. I'm gonna take this stuff off first. See if I can do this like watch JR Go does it. He does everything with one hand. I don't know how this man does it. It's kind of hot. Oh, look how easy that came off. Okay, that's off. That was pretty easy. All right. Put that right here. Put this stuff down here. Okie dokie. And then you have to take off these plugs, each one of those. And then you have to remove the fans. The fans are just pop-ins the same way as everything else. That's how we get to the oil filter. I'm not really sure why we have to, I think that this whole piece comes off because we're going to be replacing, I didn't bring in the big oil filter. Let me go get the oil filter. I'll be right back. Okay, what I did was I opened this screw up. You guys can see this bolt right here. This was the one that Porsche sent me a new one of. But look at the oil. That's only after 10,800 miles. That's not looking too good. It's pretty dark. So, you know, the dashboard did say that a motor oil was changed the motor oil now you know, it wasn't like service soon, it was now. So, you know, I had to jump in there and get this thing done. But that's it. I opened up the oil dipstick thing, where dipstick, you know, usually is in some cars. And when I open that up, that allows the air to let all of the other oil come out. And then, of course, we're going to, once this is completely emptied out, we're going to drop it back down, and then we're going to take the oil filter out. And well, it should clear out of that too, because the oil filter is this way. So gravity will pull all the oil out. I'm going to give this about 20 minutes to empty out fully, because it takes just about 9 quarts of oil to fill this up. So it's getting there. Look at it. Not bad. This is a very easy job to do if you're just doing an oil change on a 911. It's only a couple things you have to do, which one of them is take the fan off like I showed you up top. And then let me let you guys see the bottom of this car. This car is absolutely pristine. It's never been hit on the bottom. I just never driven over anything other than concrete or roads. Tires are in good shape. It's got this fancy schmancy muffler that changes the sound right there. I kind of like that. I don't use it because it's too loud. It annoys me. I think if it annoys me, it probably annoys everybody else. Anyway, I gotta clean my rims. Look at my rims. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll clean them while it's up in the air. It's so much easier to do instead of pulling them off completely. That's all from the brake dust. Maybe it needs new brake pads. I might do that. Not right now. Right now we're gonna let the oil run out of it, and then we'll take it from there. We ran into a little bit of a glitch. I had to call a dealer to find out why the new oil filter, which I already installed and I forgot to record, I don't know what I was thinking of. It looked just like this. It's the same number and everything, except the hole. The hole on the new one was smaller than this, considerably smaller. I have pictures. I'll put the pictures in the video, but it was much smaller. And what you have to do is you have to mash it onto the inside of the oil canister, and then when it's in nice and snug with the letters down, not the letters up, the letters and the numbers and stuff, all that stuff right there, that has to be facing down. You mash it in, and then you put the top on. And once you put the top on, of course, you close it up and you put it back to the correct torque specs, which I don't even know what they are yet. I have to get the thing out, but it's on, and I will tighten it up when I drop the car. So the only thing I have to do now is put the oil back in the car, but I'm going to close up the bottom first before we do that, of course. Otherwise, the oil will just run straight out. Let's get us a little fancy schmancy screwdriver. Now listen, they sell a special tool to do this. That goes in here, and it's real fancy schmancy. But I bet you got a screwdriver in your toolbox, and you could save about, I don't know, however much it costs to get this fancy schmancy tool. And I'm all about saving money. You guys know that. Tight as hell. Anyway, let's we got a little bit of a drip coming out still. Not real happy about that. It's really taken a long time for this oil to come out of here. This has been over 30 minutes, and it's still dripping out. Just a little bit. So my theory is whatever's left in there, it can mix in with the new oil. You think? Yeah, let's wait just a little while, and then we'll put it in the right way. We'll wait 15 more minutes. We put the plug back on, but make sure that if you get a new one of these plugs, that it has this O-ring on it, this rubber O-ring. If you don't get a new plug, I don't know. Maybe you can reuse this old O-ring. I'm not sure. I just happen to have a new plug with this one. I bought all the oil filter and the new filter, the ring, the gasket for the oil filter. So all this came with it, but just make sure. I had to double check. I had to pull it off, double check, and then I use brake fluid cleaner to clean any oil that might have spilled to the sides up there, so that if you look up there, it doesn't look like it's all oily. I don't like that. I mean, you know, it's kind of like really clean down here, so it's the cleanest car I've ever had. So I'm gonna try to keep it that way. Wow, it's really nice under here. I cleaned that rim a little bit, you guys can see it, but this one here is horrible. Let me see what happens when we take a rag to this one. Oh, look at that. Cleans right up. Oh, that's a lot of work. Are you kidding me? Oh wow, look at that. I wonder what that's from. What could that be from? Look at it, you see that damage there? Huh. That could only be from, maybe from the accident? I can't imagine how. But anyway, all this stuff is very nice. I like it. This is the first time I'm actually wiping it down. I probably shouldn't be using this rag. It's got oil on it. But you guys can see. Okay, that's a little OCD right there. That's a little ridiculous. Oh, look it up in here, huh? Nice to have a car lift in your house that you could lift the car up. It is what it is. Everything else is pretty good. Let's drop it down. I'll put the oil in it and then move on to the next stage. I think that's all we're gonna do for this video is the oil, because I have to go away tomorrow morning and I don't want to start the plugs, because the plugs is a big job. You have to take off the bumper. All of these screws got to come off. The bumper has to come off first. After the bumper comes off, then you take off the little fin in the back, and that's how you get that air filter. There's an air filter in that box. It's a big long one. Looks like a bazooka or something like that. Anyway, let's drop the car down. Okay, first things first. Get them things out. All right, this right here. Okie dokie. Ooh, what is this? Oh, my sneaker. Golly. All right, let's drop it. See what we got. All right, one Porsche coming down. As you guys can see, I have to elevate the car before I even put the lift under it. But guess what? I've seen the dealer do that. That's how low they are. That for some reason these things, they don't all drop down low enough. So let's get the oil and we'll start putting the oil in. Okay, a little trick that I have for putting oil in anything is when they come in big canisters like this has 5 quarts. How do you know exactly how much to put in or how much is left? What I do first, because you'll see on here it says this is the liter, this is the quart on the right side. All right, so I mark it. This is my quart, that's my quart, and then where the oil is, which is right there, that's what I do there. That same thing here, same thing there. So I know exactly which side is my quart. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this whole thing in there. I know that's going to be 5 quarts. Then after I pour that in, I'm going to pour this a quart out of here until it comes up to there. That will leave 9 quarts. Maybe I'll even put in 8, pour it up to here, turn the car on, check the level. It'll tell me what the level is and whether or not I need to add more oil. It's very simple. So that's my method. Maybe I'm a little bit of a cheater, but I know that it says liter on the left and quart on the right. So this is pretty self-explanatory. And then all we have to do is pour it into this funnel, which I have a nice little towel down here. I know it's ghetto as hell, but that's just how I'm living. All right, let's get this done. Let's pour this oil up into here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with I'll try to put the camera right here. I mean, not that you guys need to see somebody pouring some oil. I mean, come on. I mean, oil? Pouring oil? Seriously? Anyway, okay, that's good. All right, let's do this. A little rag in my hand. We're gonna pour 2 of these into there, which will leave 3. Oh yeah, I see how that works. Okay, so let's do it. Let's get this done so we can get to work. So I can get this car started. All right, how do we want to do this without making a mess? Probably use another funnel. Yeah, let me get another funnel. The last step of the oil change. Now remember, this is just an oil change for a 2018 911, which is a 991.2. Don't ask me why I know that. Everybody keeps telling me that. I don't care. It's a 911. Anyway, this is the last step of the oil change only, and what we're going to do is we're going to change the filter. The last thing is the filter, and it goes right under here. And this is very easy to change. In fact, let me show you. One hand, this thing pops right off. You take this, you throw it on the grass or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, there we go, right there, on the grass. Okay, there is the filter, right there. You guys can see it. You remove this tab, that one, and that one. And this thing just lifts up. And when that lifts up, let me show you. This is very, very simple to do. Pop that up, pop that. Lift that up. Okay, I had to use the camera hand. Sorry about that. Okay, and last one. Ah, there it is. Okay, you guys can see how it's rolled over underneath there. Okay, what we do is we lift it right out. You see how it's coming out? Like that, and then you just put it back in the same exact way. Believe it or not, the filter that I put in there, because I did it off camera, was just as clean as this one. So really, I just wasted my money, but it's okay, because it's better to be safe than to be sorry. Anyway, you put that back on, make sure everything else is good. I don't know if you guys knew about this. I just found this out. This thing is like an air pressure thing for your tires in case your tires get low. Ain't that cool? Didn't know about that. I've never used it. I just use my air compressor in the back. And then you take this thing, you put it back, and it's really easy. It's, you know, one hand method. Just pop it in like that. Make sure it locks in. And it's locked in. Then hit that down until it clips. Make sure that this thing is, oh yeah, it's got to go in that little hole right there. There it is. That's in. And then that's in. And you just take this rubber gasket here, and bend it like this, and it'll go right over the plastic piece. And Porsche will probably charge you about $300 to do that. I'm not lying, it's just insane how much things cost at Porsche. In fact, I'm gonna leave a little bit of a clip from when I was at Porsche recently. This never ends. The budget cuts and everything else never ends. But anyway, that is the end of our video. I want to thank you guys for watching us change the oil on a 2018 Porsche 911. It's been my pleasure. And remember, if it's broke, fix it, because that is how we're living. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace! Thanks for watching. Anyway, we got all the tune-up stuff for the silver Porsche. We're getting ready to do that. I got a quote for the 10,000 mile service, and it was $2,100, and that did not include the spark plugs. So I just went and bought all the stuff for the tune-up, which included the spark plugs. and it was less than $450. So I'll do the tune-up myself, and I'll save, I don't know, 16 or 1700 bucks. I mean, I get it. I mean, when they do the service, they get to put it in the computer that they did the service. But I don't think that's going to help me because my car already has a salvage title, a rebuilt title, so who really cares? All I do is take pictures of the receipts and the parts that I put in the car, and then I take pictures of it as I'm doing it. If I ever want to sell it and somebody wants to buy a salvage title Porsche 911, well, they at least know it got serviced. No, this ain't going down like that. No, this ain't going